Hey, so I thought I'd really quickly kind of like come on here and just talk about a couple like makeup products that I've been really loving and ones that I've been like no-brainer kind of reaching for lately. They're not anything like sparkly shiny where you're gonna be like ooh but they are some kind of like tried and true ones where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to think about my makeup today. Let me just grab this because I know it works and I don't want to do a whole song and dance. First one, because it's in my hand, is the Saie cream bronzer. This is the Sun Melt bronzer and this is in Fair Bronze. No, all right, I'm gonna open this up. I use this like giant brush in here from BK Beauty, so there's a ton of brush hairs in here. I love this guy. Literally, like, you can see there's like a well in there. I love this brush to use it with because I literally can go doop and then just amazing. I forget who I saw this on a YouTube video where I was like watching somebody being like, oh yeah, I use my BK brush for my cream bronzer, and I was like, oh my god, that's a genius. This is the 105 brush. Love this for that purpose because I literally feel like I can do my cream bronzer in like 2 seconds and I don't even have to like think about it. Yeah, the color of this, the texture, it's what I have on all over my face today. That's the only bronzer product I have on. I just feel like it plays really well with all of my liquid foundations, and then as well as like if I want to wear like a powder blush on top, if I want to wear powder highlight, if I did want to wear like a powder bronzer, it is just like it just kind of like blends itself. Like literally, especially with that brush, it literally just like in 2 seconds I can go do 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 do, and then I have like a nice blended cream bronzer, and it adds warmth without it being like too intense, because I feel like sometimes when I'm using like my Mario bronzer stick, like that is gorge, but it's kind of like a lot, like that's literally it blended out, and it's just so subtle and so beautiful, and it's just like a no-brainer. Like if I'm like, oh, I need to put a bronzer on, it's like do 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 do, and I don't worry about it. Other like cream bronzers that I like, this one is just so like I literally I'm like, okay, I don't have to think about this. This is fine. And it's compact. So like in terms of like, if I were going to travel, I would not be worried about this guy. I know they have another cream bronzer formula, but I'm not a big fan of their cream blushes. And I think that's a similar formula to their cream blushes. So this has like been kind of like my baby, and it's huge and has lasted me forever. So next is another complexion product. I'm sure everyone and their mother loves the Nars pot concealer. I just have been obsessed with it for like a multitude of uses, especially because like I am somebody who's never really experienced breakouts really like through like my youth and teenage years, but then I recently started having like a little bit of like hormonal acne that left a little bit of scarring, which obviously you can't see because I have foundation on right now. Literally like whatever, it's not that big of a deal, but I've never had that issue before where I've had to go in and like spot conceal before my foundation really. And this has been really, really good for that because I can literally just go in and like tap it in and then not worry about it. Or like if I want to like run and do something and I'm actually like, I usually don't worry about it, like to be really, really genuine, frank and honest. Like I'm like, okay, I look like this. I see myself like this every day. That's a problem for the world to kind of like come to peace with. If I'm going somewhere where I'm like, I care right now, and I just want to like dot this on, it's so easy, and it kind of like sets itself so I don't have to worry about being like, oh my god, it's slipping and sliding. I also really have been liking it for carving out underneath my eyebrows, and just anything that where I'm like, I need to have a like heavy duty concealer. So yeah, and it's a lot of product. I think it's like $30. Don't quote me on that. It's super easy to use, and literally like if I have like a spot, it just takes it away in like a second. I don't even have to think about it or worry about it. So it makes that less of a whole process for me, and I really appreciate that. Product wise, I heard good things about this Ilia mascara, and I bought it during the Sephora sale back in November, and I just got around to using it. So I don't think I like it as much as the Tower 28 mascara, but I really like the brush on this. And I don't know, you probably have heard about this 1,000,001 times, but there's like a little comb kind of, hello, do you want to focus? There's a comb on this side, and then there's like an actual like mascara one on the other. And I really like this comb on the end because it really helps to kind of just like separate my lashes, and it's what I have on today. And you know, I have like stick straight lashes, so I've just kind of like accepted between myself and God that like I am not meant to have the world's most voluminous skyscraper lashes that reach the ceiling. But you know, I feel like this does emphasize the lashes that I do have and helps them not be like clumpy and gross, because that's the only thing that bothers me with mascara is when it gets to the point of like being like, I can feel it on my eyes and I just am like, oh my God, I literally have to get this off right now. But yeah, this has been really pretty for like lengthening. I really like that comb. I think the brush is what's really been what's caught my attention with this guy, but I still think I like the Tower 28 one better, so I might like go back to that after this and just kind of like revisit it in my mind and like compare to see which one I like better. Another eye product. This one's a surprise for me because I like for years have been using that e.l.f. like $3 clear mascara and brow setter and just been like, whatever, like brow gel is brow gel, like I don't care. And then I tried this and this has been so nice. I feel like I have like graduated into like caring about my eyebrows a little bit, because I'm so traumatized from like, you know, like the 2016 eyebrow phase, and I'm like, just don't think about it too much. Add just a little bit of something. This guy is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. It's got like a flat brush kind of, and it's like a comb on the end, and literally it's just so nice. So like after I kind of like pencil in my eyebrows or use gel or whatever, I just like run it through, and I might even be able to do it now. I don't know if my eyes are still kind of set. Eyebrows are still kind of set, but oh no, they're like literally set. But literally what I'll do is this, and then I'll just go dew, dew, and then it like shapes my eyebrow into the perfect shape, and they're set, but they're not crunchy, and it just stays in place. It helps get the hairs where I want them. It helps me to shape them without having to like do a whole lot. And I just feel like it makes my eyebrows look like I did a lot more than I did, because literally all I did was take a pencil and go do 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 do, and then I did this, and it feels like I took the time to like really like shape them, especially on days when like I know I've been like, oh, I like this when I do carve out my brows. I'm so lazy when it comes to my eyebrows. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do my eyebrows right now. So having something that gives me like an ability to kind of like shape them a little bit without having to like go in and like, I am cleaning up my eyebrow right now, really has been beneficial, because I think it just looks clean. But it's like the lazy girls way to like shape your brows, which as a certified lazy girl, loving it. Next thing, everyone and their mother knows about MAC lip liners. This is the one that started me on my obsession, which was MAC Whirl. It's just like my perfect, I know this looks so dark when I swatch it. That's just because everything looks so dark when I swatch it on my like hand, but obviously like I'm obsessed with this. This one is like my perfect My Lips But Better color. Like I can put this on and this just looks gorgeous. Like I love it with the YSL, the Candy Glaze in shade 02, like the clear one. The most beautiful lip combination ever. I just feel like out of anything, these last so long. Once my lipstick fades, I still see this liner. That's like 8 hours into a work day, eating, drinking, you know, just yapping. These stay and stay put. So whenever I know I'm gonna like wear a lipstick, and I'm not somebody that like touches up my lipstick, I know I should be, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm not there mentally yet. I just will put this on and I will fill in like, you know, around the sides of my lip and just kind of like leave it there. So as my lipstick kind of like wears off, the liner is still there, and it kind of just like still looks like I'm put together, even though I'm like ready for the day to be over. Whirl has been obviously the one that I've been obsessed with the longest, but ones that I've been really loving, Oak is really beautiful. It's like a nice like cool tone, kind of like nude, just like really, really pretty. Root for me has been one that I am like surprisingly obsessed with. On my skin tone, it pulls very dark obviously, but it's like the perfect kind of like dark brown with just a bit of purple in it. So it works so beautifully for neutrals, for reds, for purples, because it has that ability to kind of like flex between those colors just due to the undertone. So beautiful. I wore it with a red, I wore it with a pink. It adds that definition and depth, and it almost like can tone down like brighter colors. Like I did a video where I tried on the lipstick that Chappell Rowan wore for SNL, and the color was really, really intense. But once you add this, it kind of like, it subdues it, but doesn't take away the fact that it's a bold lip. It's really, really like just a beautiful liner. And the newest addition is Cool Spice. I'm gonna put that over there. And that's just, again, like another like cool tone nude. It's very similar to Oak, but just a little bit pinkier. And that's what I have on today. Just a great formula. I will never go back to like a twist up or like anything that is not like an actual like pencil lip liner. I just feel like a pencil one where you can like sharpen, it gives you the precision and the longevity that the twist up ones, they just never sharpen as nicely as these ones do, and they just never like want to stay and like set down in the way that like these ones do. So these have been my secret weapon. And then finally another MAC product. What an OG like throwback. I feel so old. This I have been nonstop reaching for. This is what I have on right now, and I feel like you can just kind of tell exactly what I'm gonna say. It just gives like the perfect lit from within glow. Whenever I have this on, people are usually asking me like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good, like what foundation are you wearing? And 9 times out of 10, I think that the glow and like the skin like effect that they're very attracted to is the effect that's given from this highlighter. It's just such a subtle like lit from within glow, and because it's baked, I think that it just kind of like meshes so well into the skin, especially if I put it on foundation that I haven't like set with powder like what I did today. It just kind of like adds that like perfect like luminosity, and there's a reason that it's been around so long. But I've been obsessed with the like baked kind of like highlighter formulas, I'm trying to think, like the ones that are like, this is another one from MAC, but I've been obsessed with like this kind of formula for a while, where it's kind of like this like baked, very intense kind of like strobe highlighter, where it's like, oh wow, bam, in your face. And I think it's been nice to kind of step away from that and kind of rediscover something that's just like a smidge more subtle, where it still has that glow, but it's almost like just softer and not like as intense. Like when I look straight ahead, like you can barely see it, but then it catches the light so beautifully. Like whereas this one, like it's just always catching the light, and I think that's what has been making me reach for this so much. I love it on the eyes, I love it as an inner corner highlight, but especially on the face. I will wait until after I kind of like spray my face down and set it with setting spray, and then I'll add my highlighter on top, and I just feel like it like melts together really beautifully. So those are some products I've been loving. Let me know if you've tried any of these, if you hate any of these, if you want to try any of these, and I will, you know, make another video soon about stuff that I love, because I try way too much makeup. All right, see you guys soon.